Hello, it's Polish Pol VR, welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about future of PSVR2. Some people say it's doom and gloom, the developers saying Sony planning something exciting. So we're gonna speak about it, and also we got some release dates and some updates for anticipated PSVR2 games. So let's get started. And today I would like to begin from Stride Fates. So this is this kind of story-driven version of Stride. As you know, maybe remember from PSVR1 and even 2, the Stride is cool game, but the content is limited. Stride Fates changing that. It's kind of become like its own sequel now, so everything gets upgraded, graphics as well, and probably movement, but also it finally gets proper story. So the developer been saying they will be announcing the release date next week or be it this week, but the release date just appeared on the store. And good news is it's less than a month away. It is meant to be releasing on 16th of May. So it's already look like May gonna have some cool games. Stride Fates might be just the biggest of them all. Apparently this game gonna support sitting, standing and room scale modes, which is pretty cool. I really like the Stride. I don't like what they did with the pricing when they randomly added the higher price, but never mind. It must be, it must be something to do with them trying to earn probably money. But it looks like it's their most successful game and rightfully so getting a sequel, which is highly anticipated by not only me but also many other people. Now we're gonna move on to another highly anticipated game, which is Lowii, and what the developer confirmed is something cool and something what many PSVR owners want to see in their games. So basically they was asked, will there be dynamic foveated rendering implemented on PSVR2 version, and the developer said yes, it should. So I think it's being developed in Unity, and Unity lately upgraded their pipeline, which allows Unity developers as well as Unreal developers now. Unity joins them and they can use dynamic foveated rendering. Now let's speak about some classics. The developer Cytec Games, a really cool studio. Wildlands original one of the first PSVR games with uncompromised movement. Wildlands 2 makes everything bigger and better, maybe released a bit too late towards the PSVR1 lifespan when there wasn't that many active players, but the developer saying Wildlands 2 is on its way to PlayStation VR 2. Afraid we can't share a date yet, but we keep you posted. So that's all we know so fast, but it should be happening soon. Now let's go back to Madison, maybe a game that many people wait for. I'm gonna go back to talking about Unity. So basically what's happened is the game was ready to be released, but then Unity upgraded their pipeline and the developer really wanted to implement dynamic foveated rendering in order to bring the game to 90 frames per second without reprojection, so it's smooth, but also to give you better and sharper graphics, which caused slight delay, but Perp Games announced today that they are going through submission and will reveal the new release date for Madison VR this Thursday. So stay tuned to the channel. As soon as they do so, I will let you know. And now let's come back to Doctor Who: The Edge of Time, a PSVR1 game which was alright. I enjoyed it. So the developers announced other day and said yes, we're bringing it to PSVR2, and just like that it's out for $9.99. I didn't have a chance to even check if it's like a free upgrade or not, but yeah, $9.99 is not too bad price. It's like a, it's not the longest game, but interesting and based on a very popular IP, which people who like Doctor Who might appreciate it. So yeah, there you go, there you have it. And now let's talk a bit about the Fif Simulator, a game that was ages in the development for PSVR1, never happened. Coming to PSVR2, the developer announced, but we didn't have much of it after that. So Fif Simulator, the Greenview Street, which is it the Quest version of Fif Simulator? I don't know. But anyway, this is already ready to be wishlisted on PlayStation Store in US at least. The studio, what's working on Fif Simulator, They are also working on prison simulator, so you not only can be a thief, but you can also go and be prison, prison guard who's like dealing with thieves in a dodgy ways. You can be good or bad in that game. I don't know. Looks like Prison Simulator is gonna be their bigger games, while Fif Simulator, I can't speak for the developers, but looks to me like it's kind of become the smaller project as of now. Nevertheless, it's still a fun game. You like going to observe people, like looking like going like, what the fuck you doing down there in your house? Checking out where they going, what time they leave in house and everything. Plan your move, and then you go and break in and try not to be caught, of course. So it's it's been quite popular on the Quest and PC. So I'm assuming the PSVR version, PSVR2 version now, PSVR1 not gonna happen obviously, should be alright as well, and definitely I'll be looking forward to try the Prison Simulator as well. The studio not so long ago released Cooking Simulator, which I didn't had time to play yet, but anyway, a lot of simulators they doing basically. So, moving on to the next story. Let's talk a bit about plans that Sony might have for future of PlayStation VR2. As we know, the PC support coming. I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know how to think of it. If it's Sony like stopping the support PSVR2 or not, I don't know. Apparently, when it comes to post-production, that they stop producing PSVR2. From what I'm hearing anyway, they basically done it because they got big stockpile now, and they've got big stockpile because they didn't wanted any shortages like with PS5. Apparently, I don't know if it's true or not, or maybe just selling shit, but I don't think so. A lot of you playing it and enjoying it. So anyway, the developer Ryan Games, which said on Reddit that Sony will hound them, shared some info about, let's say, what Sony got planned for future of PlayStation VR2. Of course, developer got access to some software development kits, SDKs, but also they know more than we normal people know ourselves. So basically, what he's saying is, apart from the support for PC, which coming soon, I cannot wait by the way, I hope it's going to be very very soon, Sony is planning some exciting features for PSVR2 on PlayStation 5 as well. What those features are, I don't know, but hopefully it's gonna be something what's gonna help even more to bring bigger games to PSVR2, but also maybe give us some 3D movies and shit like that. I mentioned bigger games as well because I quickly gonna mention it here. Once again, a game that I was expecting to be on PlayStation VR2, already, not getting PSVR2 support, and this is Formula 1 2024. Of course, Codemasters for some reason don't want to support PSVR2, and we don't know why. There must be some issues what we don't know about. Sony is good with working with the developers, like Capcom and bigger studios. They even financing some games and helping financially some indie developers to publish their games on PSVR2. So there's something going on with them and Codemasters and Electronic Arts, but maybe when they added all those exciting features what apparently we're getting, then bigger games like Formula 1 2024 will arrive. Of course I'm gonna play it on PC, but it would be nice for people who don't own PC to play it as well. So this is coming from the developer Ryan Games. This is the same developer who released Train Chase and admitted it's a bit shitty, but he just wanted to gain experience. So, take it as you want, but apparently, according to him and some other developer who commented, Sony is planning something exciting for PSVR2. So we see, stay tuned to the channel. Apparently, rumors saying there will be a showcase in May, PlayStation Showcase. We shall see about that as well. But, stay tuned to the channel, and as soon as I know something, I will let you know. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you very much for your support. I super appreciate it. You can see the patrons scrolling down there in the background somewhere. So thank you very much. And of course, if you like what you're seeing, subscribe to the channel. Only about 50% of you is subscribed. Rest of you watches, but is not subscribed. So if all of you subscribe, that would be awesome. And of course, for all the latest PlayStation VR2 news, reviews, and everything else, stay tuned to the channel. As soon as I've got something, I will let you know. And for now, that's it. Bye.